we've been working over the past year to try to achieve a consensus inside our organization about some substantial changes. We wanted to change the system so that for all of the tour's top tennis tournaments, it's expected automatically that the players will participate. Our feeling is that if a player's ranked high enough to get into a tournament, he should play at the top level of the game. So that's the top tier of ATP Tour events, currently called the Mercedes Super 9 tournaments, as well as our World Championships, as well as I think it should also apply to the Grand Slam events. That would give fans a clearer feeling of the structure of the game, what really is the highest level, so they understand better as the tour travels around the world how to watch and how to appreciate the game. At the same time, we think it's important to change the ranking system. The ranking system has been, I think, an accurate measure of results, but it hasn't been a particularly friendly vehicle for fans to understand. And it's important that they be able to track results from week to week so they can follow their favorite players and understand, like perhaps they do in Formula One better, what's happening. So we will go for the year 2000 to a calendar year ranking, which is radically different in tennis. It will start at the beginning of each year in January and go week by week as a kind of a points race, which isn't unusual for European fans, for example, who follow Formula One, but is very different for tennis, and I think will make a real difference in the week-to-week enthusiasm and following of tennis. We've also said that we think it's clear that at the very best tournaments, the highest level, tennis is unique because of its history, and to the extent possible, we'd like to see the best men and the best women play together. This is not a reaction to any current situation. It's simply an observation of what I think is kind of obvious, that probably because of the Grand Slam's position in the game and history, and also because customers, tennis fans, demand choice, that if we can offer, for example, German fans not only the best male players but the best female players from Germany at any tournament, then each tournament has given the fan more reason to tune in. And so I think you can expect to see a significant increase in the number of combined men and women's events at our top tier tournaments. Those are the major changes. In my mind, goes straight to Boris Becker and a couple of his matches in the World Championships. His match year before last with Pete Sampras in the final, for me, was about as exciting as tennis can possibly be. It was a fantastic crowd. It was obviously an important moment. Both guys wanted desperately to win. They both played really good tennis, and it was just a kind of war between two of the most talented players and the most substantial personalities in the game. And I had a pretty good seat, so that will go down for a long time in my memory as one of the very best matches ever. I mean, there are a number of great Boris Becker matches, including some at Wimbledon that come to mind. But and frankly, some that he lost. One of the most memorable matches to me was Boris losing in the final to Muster a couple of years ago in the Monte Carlo tournament, where you know he wanted it so badly. He'd never won a clay court tournament. It was right there to be won. He was ahead, and it slipped away. And certainly not a result that Boris would have been pleased about, but a great, dramatic match that I'll remember for a long, long time. It's true, but first of all, he will win Grand Slams, and he's not the only player who made his way up in a kind of steady progress by winning bigger and bigger events. But he also had outstanding events at the Grand Slams. Overall, he had the best results from the 4 Grand Slams of any player, getting to, I think, at least the quarterfinals in all 4. He won some of our biggest tournaments, including 2 of our Super 9 tournaments, and he had a great year. And I think this year already, by getting to the final of the Australian Open, he's shown people that he's right at the very best in the game.